Hi, guys. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about full moon intentions. There's a full moon and lunar eclipse in Capricorn coming on July 4th and 5th, depending on where you are in the world. Um, and normally I do full and new moon intentions, but I typically don't do them this early in the week, um, or this many days before the new or full moon is supposed to happen. In particular, this full moon is special not only because of the lunar eclipse, but also since it's in Capricorn. Capricorn in tarot is represented literally by the devil card. Um, the devil card means, or it represents all the things in our 3D everyday life that bind us. It's the material plane, greed, obsession, lust, all those things, codependency, toxic relationships, um, addictions. Just it literally represents all of that. And so with this coming full moon and lunar eclipse, basically the cycles that we have been kept in the last 5 years that all relate to fear are coming to a close. And we're also setting the stage for the next 5 years, in terms of fear-based actions versus love-based actions. If you really think about it, how many times have you missed out on an opportunity or not done something because of fear? Or not done the right thing, whatever that may be to you, because of fear. Fear really is the basis for a lot of issues in everyone's life. And so I wanted to pull some cards. So I knew that there was going to be a full moon in Capricorn with a lunar eclipse on the 4th or 5th, but I had no idea about the rest of the meanings of it that I just explained until this morning. So I was asleep last night, and I woke up from a dead sleep at 1 a.m. exactly, and I just felt this huge energy shift. And my dog Pee-wee felt it too, because I heard him kind of rustling around in the other room. But normally if he wakes up in the middle of the night to go pee or something, he'll scratch at my door. But he didn't do that. He just kind of woke up a little bit and went back to sleep, but he definitely felt it too. And I couldn't go back to sleep till like 3 a.m. But then when I woke up at 6 to get ready for work, I looked into kind of the energies behind this coming full moon, and that's what it was explaining. And it, in terms of like from an astrology standpoint, and it literally was so strong that it woke me from a dead sleep. Not to mention that the dreams that I was having was it brought a lot of clarity to certain things in my life. So it was very eye-opening for me to have that dream and be woken up to this amazing, huge energy shift. And it was all positive. But I also woke up to a certain person astral projecting over me. And it just really hit home how amazing all of this journey for me has been. But I wanted to kind of share, or I did a reading on, since the changes that are coming are so big, I wanted to kind of do a reading to help with the transitions, because there's going to be a lot of change whether we like it or not. It's happening. But it can be utilized in a really, really positive way. Basically, the universe has your back right now if you want to make changes in your life for not pursuing things because of fear, and kind of shifting that perspective. So a lot of clarity was brought to me, and I just wanted to share that with you. Also, what's interesting too is I washed my car yesterday, but I hadn't gone anywhere. So not only did I have that like flash of clarity and I felt that energy shift, when I got in my car to go to work this morning, all my windows in my car were clear, and it's just like everything, it just fit with everything, that everything is so much clearer. And if you haven't felt this yet, it's probably coming soon. If you're willing to try to tap into it and harness it, because it can be utilized for really good things. Additionally, I just kind of a side note, when you start pursuing your life path, the universe brings you abundance. So the last 3 times that I stopped at Starbucks to go get coffee before work, it's not something I do every day by any means, but when I know I have a long day or I didn't get a lot of sleep, I'll definitely stop. And the last 3 times, every time, for some reason, a different reason, every time my drink has been free. And Starbucks is not something that I can, afford to be buying every day, but it just, and that's just one of the several synchronicities that I've had that, just reassures me that I'm on the right path. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I hope that this reading helps you if you do experience like any type of shift, or if you're feeling a lot of change in your life but don't really know why. So with this upcoming full moon on the 4th and 5th, and lunar eclipse, it's the first card that came up was Spark. And this is about creative starts, passionate creative starts, kind of like a fire being lit under your ass, going after what you want without fear. So I thought that was definitely appropriate. Just kind of a renewed spark for life. Being able to put energy on things that are love-based and not fear-based. The next card that came out was Strength. And when you start acting from a place of love, it really, and you eliminate fear-based cycles, it really just builds that inner confidence, and just helps you be more courageous in general, being willing to take more risks, not worried about what the outcome will be, but pursuing something because you want to, you're genuine about it. That was really meaningful to me that these 2 cards came out together, but it gets better. So at the center of the reading was Into the Unknown. And this is so amazing. I mean, every card was just so perfect for the reading that I chose to do today. It's trusting yourself, trusting your decisions, not having any expectations of outcomes, having faith that if you do the work and have the power to close out cycles that are not serving you anymore, that you're okay. The universe has your back. It does require a leap of faith sometimes. But also this full moon is about clarity. That was also very clear. And since we are going to be in Cancer season as well, Cancers are all about all the comforts, like work-life balance, happy home, happy family. And so a lot of people in your life, you may realize that they don't have good intentions with you. Or that maybe you've been hanging on to them for the wrong reasons. All of that is going to fall away. And that can be really scary sometimes. I know that when I was going through my awakening initially several months ago, I had to do a huge purge in my life. And it was tough, but it wasn't. Because it's like you're setting the stage for the future. And releasing that toxicity out of your life was such a refreshing feeling. It was hard, but then you have to evaluate why is it hard? What are you attached to, and why? If it's not serving your best interest, from a genuine place of love, why is it there? It's excess. So just trusting that if you do the work, the universe will have your back. But it's scary. But if you utilize this full moon's power to end those negative cycles in your life, the universe will have your back, for sure. So it's nothing to be scared about. It's releasing that fear and being okay with the unknown and accepting that. Without any expectation, but just doing it because it's good, it's what's right for you, whatever that may be. And the next card that came out was Metamorphosis. So it's like having the courage and the inner strength to release those fear-based cycles will cause this transformation. This is literally the cocoon turning to the butterfly. It's death and a beautiful rebirth. That was just, this is amazing. But that's there. It is going to require some steps to take. But and here's another thing about I've been criticized a lot for standing in my power and standing in my truth, and you kind of realize really who has your back and who doesn't, and it's hard sometimes to see when you stand in your truth. You will be criticized for sure, but you'll know what's right for you. But yeah, when you do the work and you kind of take that chance and release those cycles of fear, or that are fear-based, there's a beautiful opportunity to build things from a place of love in your life, which is the purest emotion. When you act from a place of love, that's what you give is what you'll receive. So this is waiting, if you're willing to do the work and take the risk. It's hard. And then the next card that came out was Goblins. And this literally means fear is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. It's all those what ifs. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm not, worthy enough? What if I fail? Those are all fear-based thoughts that prevent us from going after what we want. So, and it's an illusion. It's literally an illusion. The overall energy is rescue, which I love that this came out. Literally, this can mean that if you're willing to do this and stand in your power and go after your passions with a renewed spark from a genuine place of love, instead of letting fear hold you back, and you take a chance and step into the unknown, this again just totally confirms the message that the universe will support you. This is a really powerful time to close out these cycles from the past 5 years. If you kind of look back on your life over the last 5 years, there's probably a root thought, a recurrent theme that has been guiding your fear-based actions. There's probably an underlying tie to it all. So if you can figure out what that is and work on releasing that, realize it's just an illusion. And find the courage and inner strength to go after it. Kind of taking a chance. Beautiful things will happen, and you're divinely supported by the universe. But also, since this is also about releasing people that, since Capricorn's that devil energy, that codependent, addictive, greed, lust, all that stuff, releasing people in your life that maybe there's unhealthy attachments or what are called contracts with, in terms of the spiritual realm. Releasing that and not feeling guilty about it. I love this saying, and I often say it to myself when I'm feeling guilty about something, but guilt is just another branch of the fear emotion, and it's an illusion. If it doesn't help you grow spiritually, physically, or emotionally, let it pass you. Those who truly love you without conditions want to see you shine in your brightest light. And this full moon is going to make that, and lunar eclipse in Capricorn is going to make those people, it's going to really stand out to you who's a healthy, who in your life is a healthy relationship, and maybe some things that you need to let go. So this is really a time where a lot of relationships are going to fall away, and the ones that are true and genuine from a place of love and that have a solid foundation, they're gonna deepen. Those relationships are gonna deepen. And lean on those people too. So not only does the universe or the divine have your back during this transition, if you're willing to step into the unknown. I mean, there are going to be changes happening whether we like it or not, but you can really harness this energy. I mean, it was so powerful, it woke me from a dead sleep. I didn't know what was happening at the time. But everything became so clear. I thought my third eye was already open, but this morning it just ascended to a whole nother level. And I'm so thankful for that. But I had to go through this. And I'm still going through this. I mean, these are cycles that will continually happen throughout our life. But the energetic power from this particular astrological cycle is is super potent. So I hope you are able to utilize it for the most benefit in your life. But lean on those relationships that are based in love and have a solid foundation, and also the universe has your back if you decide to work with it. So, a really good reading. I hope some of you gained something from it. Let me know your thoughts, as always. I hope you guys have a good evening.